Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to Dr. Azrul. My name is Abdul Azim bin Azmi, matrix number 2230696, and today I'll be presenting about my diplomatic note with the title Condemnation of the Russian Aggression Against Ukraine. So for your information, Dr. Azrul, I'll be presenting this diplomatic note role-playing as the US ambassador to the United Nations. So without further ado, let me begin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Abdul Azim bin Azmi, the United States Ambassador to the United Nations. And today I'll be presenting a diplomatic note with the title Condemnation of the Russian Aggression Against Ukraine. The United States mission to the United Nations presents its compliment to the Secretary General of the United Nations and has the honor to convey the grave concern of the government of the United States regarding the ongoing aggression by the Russian Federation against Ukraine. The Russian invasion of Ukraine in February 24, 2022 is an unjust war and an act of aggression. This barbaric behavior by one state against another sovereign state is intolerable and must be taken into account. The United States mission to the United Nations on behalf of the government of the United States condemns this action and calls for the international community to do the same. The conflict between Russia and Ukraine started off in March 2014 during the Russian annexation of Crimea. The President Vladimir Putin claimed that the annexation was to protect Russian citizens and Russian-speaking individuals living in Crimea and southeast Ukraine. The annexation was made formal after a referendum that saw Crimeans vote to be part of the Russian Federation. And since then, the Russian government has built up military assets such as armored vehicles and troops in Ukraine's eastern region to support separatist movement. Although Moscow denied the accused military build-up, Pavlo Klimkin, the Ukrainian defense minister, told media that there are around 2,000 Russian military vehicles and several thousand Russian troops that are active in the disputed Donetsk and Luhansk region of eastern Ukraine. The United States imposed sanctions on several Russian figures and companies in January 2018. This includes 21 individuals and 9 companies related to the conflict. Then, the United States sold anti-tank weapons to Ukraine and later conducted a large-scale air exercise in western Ukraine with 9 other North Atlantic Treaty Organization or NATO countries in October 2018. In mid-December 2021, Russian Foreign Ministry urged the United States and NATO to halt military operation in Eastern Europe and Central Asia, pledged not to expand NATO further eastward, and prevent Ukraine from joining the alliance in the future. In response, the United States and other NATO members dismissed these demands and warned of harsh economic sanctions if Russia took hostile action against Ukraine. Finally, in February 24, 2022, Russia launched a full-scale invasion via sea, air, and land against Ukraine. A United Nations Security Council resolution on February 26, 2022 was set to demand Moscow to immediately stop its attack on Ukraine and to withdraw all its troops. Although 11 out of 15 voted in favor of the resolution, Moscow vetoed the resolution with a no vote. Thus, the resolution was not put into motion. The United States mission to the United Nations also condemns the Russian aggression for its effect on human rights. Humanitarian concern has been raised regarding the Russia-Ukraine war. According to the Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights, as of October 2024, there has been 39,081 civilian casualties, with over 12,000 killed and 900 of them were children and over 26,000 were injured, and over 1,000 of the injured were children. The Russian invasion also violates international law. The UN Charter, Article 2.4 of the UN Charter emphasized on the prohibition of the use of force, with Russia invading Ukraine using military power via air, sea, and land without approval by the UNSC. It has clearly violated Article 2.4 of the UN Charter. This is a serious matter because the peace and stability of the world depends on how states behave according to the pre-agreed system that was set up post-World War II. Lastly, the United States mission to the United Nations reiterates its condemnation of the act of aggression against Ukraine by Russia in order to maintain the rule of law, humanitarian concern, and above all, the peace and stability of the world as stated in the objective of the United Nations. The United States mission to the United Nations avails itself of this opportunity to renew to the Secretary General of the United Nations the assurance of its highest consideration. Thank you.